Hello, I'm Bob Duncan and welcome back to the Golfer Positioning System, and today I'm going to talk to you about hitting a driver. For some it's a great play and for others it's the bane of their existence. Now the tee height plays a huge factor in how you hit a driver. I heard recently on TV that teeing a driver lower was a better way to play a driver, and I couldn't disagree more. The lower you tee it, the more risk you have of hitting it crooked. So we've all seen players who swing over the top and down on the ball, and in a lot of cases that has to do with the spine angle. So if we assume that on top of your spine your shoulders rotate on top of the spine, if we tilt the spine to the left, the shoulders are going to rotate this way and it's going to be an angle of attack that's outside and down. If we tilt way to the right, that's going to swing very inside out. What we really want is a spine tilt that swings inside to inside. So the spine should be tilted to some degree to the right at address, and that has a lot to do with how you're going to hit these shots. So if I've got the ball teed up very high, my intent is to hit a very high bomb driver, and to do that I'm going to set my weight in the center and tilt my spine a great deal, trying to hit the ball high up into the air. With the middle ball, that's my stock tee height. I'm going to drive that ball forward and hit it a little lower so that that gets my optimum trajectory with no wind. If I tee the ball low, now I add a lot of risk of losing direction. So with a lower tee, there's more chance of hitting that ball to the right. To hit that, I'll tell you how to do it. You stack more weight on your left side and you tilt quite a bit to hit it level. Very difficult to hit that ball straight when it's teed very low. So tilting the spine to the right is a key ingredient to hitting the ball level, or with the ball teed up very high, hitting it on the upswing. Now a lot of people think you should always hit the ball on the upswing with a driver. That only applies if you picked a driver that's got a loft that's too low. So if you picked a 9 or an 8 degree driver and you have trouble hitting it straight, you have to add loft to it to hit that ball straighter, and that becomes a problem. But to hit it level, you need some spine tilt so that the club comes through the ball like this and not over the top and down. So hitting a driver has a great deal to do with how you position your body, how you position your spine, and what height you want to hit your next shot. So if I tee the ball this low with a driver, I've added a lot of risk hitting it to the right, which I better have a good spot to hit it to the right to play that shot. What I'm going to do instead is probably hit a 3-wood either off a very low tee or off the ground, instead of teeing the ball that low with a big-headed driver. So from this angle you can get an idea of how that spine tilt works. So here's the high bomb tee shot. I'm going to set my ball in just off my left heel, and I'm going to tilt quite a bit like that, and I'm going to swing up, and that ball is going to track very high in the air. Now this middle one I'm going to tilt, but not as much. So more like this. I'm going to hit it more level, and that ball is about 2/3 the trajectory of the other one. Now I'm going to show you this shot. I don't necessarily recommend it unless you practice it a great deal. But this one I'm going to stack my weight on my left side, and then I'm going to keep my weight on my left side and tilt, and then try to hit it very level. And I lost it about 15 yards to the right. So that lower tee has a tendency to go to the right when you're trying to hit a low shot into the wind. That's a more risky shot. So be careful trying to hit a low driver.